pleasant good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Judge Aguiar Field here on the campus of JCHS High School. Tonight, the Lady Cardinals look to continue their success on the season, already 1-0, as they take on the Seekonk Warriors. Inside the booth, Brady Kudo, Tyler Clark, thank you so much for joining us. And Tyler, the home opener for the Cardinals today, already born very handily, coming off a very historic season highlighted by a win over the Somerset Berkeley Raiders.
Notoriously in the history of Case High School, the girls field hockey team was always very strong, showing for Case sports in the fall. So we're going to look and see how they do this year as well. Can we continue that trend? It seems like they have a pretty strong roster, a good chance to do well this year. A couple seniors that I see in front of me. A little bit of history here. Two things that I can say right now. We are now known as the Swansea Community Network. So this is the first game broadcast in the history of the Swansea Community Network. And a little bit of history, I'm sure Brady will speak to this too. This is the first ever field hockey game I have broadcast ever. I used to, a long time ago when I went to Case, I would film the games, but this is the first time that I'm ever actually doing broadcasting of any kind for field hockey. So just as a fair warning to everyone, I'll be sort of learning the rules as we go along in this. I don't have the insider information like you have, Brady, but that's my side of things right now.
You've got your rules in front of you.
I do. I actually do have printed rules in front of me for field hockey. I have a little bit of knowledge of hockey and soccer that we're gonna kind of combine together. But I mean, I'm excited. We're back inside the infamous jelly bean table and the Swansea Cable Access booth from basketball season a couple years ago. I never thought I'd be back in here, but I'm excited. So let's go.
This roster is led by a boatload of seniors. The headliners, Brooke Orton, Shelby Hayter, and Lexi Yost, all with great goal-scoring ability, as well as sort of great underclassmen. We're going to see kids like Maeve Richardson, who play this game year-round, really good when the ball is at her stick.
Couple standouts here on the team. Brooke Orton, I know, is a staple on the Case High School, the varsity basketball team. And we have Kaylin Lecomte, who I know older brother played for the football team as well. So we have a couple of, athletic girls on this team.
Lexi Yost will get it started. We're underway from Judge Aguiar Field. Brooke Orton sending it in the middle. That's Megan Smith. Smith, good ball control, moving it in. A whistle and an infraction on Seekonk.
That was excellent stick control there by Smith. She got that ball and was in between plenty of defenders.
So Lecomte will get it restarted. This is Kelly Lineson. Good forecheck takeaway by Lecomte. Case back on the offense. Kaylin Lecomte settling it in. That's Maeve Richardson. A whistle and an obstruction call on the Warriors. So
good position here for Cardinals from the corner. Get a good look.
That one sent in by Orton, and a high stick call on Shelby Hayter.
Did see that stick go up in the air. Tried to protect her face, I'm sure, but can't do that.
So we're going to get play restarted, and actually it's going to go against Seekonk.
That's
my apologies.
I thought it was a high stick as well.
And that corner, that's sent in right past the frame of the goal of Katie Eklund, freshman in goal for the Warriors. Very balanced team as well. Some underclassmen, but a senior-heavy roster for this Warrior team, led by Cindy Trudeau, Lauren Morales, and Riley Terry. Shelby Hayter leaving it for Lecomte. Lecomte in a scum of sorts, or a scrum, excuse me, and a foul.
Looks like it was on Seekonk again. A lot of whistles on the Warriors so far this game.
So this will be
Or should I say match? I don't know what the proper proper terminology would be.
that one sent in by Orton. So the offense for the Cardinals has been applying
Good look.
pressure, but a foul.
Yeah, that
It
one.
was good defense though by the Warriors. They had a good look, but I think the defense was just one step ahead of them.
That did go against. I believe it went against the Cardinals. Yeah, Seekonk has.
You would be correct. This is Kelly Lineson.
But the Cardinals have done an excellent job with ball control. The entire match, we've just seen the ball not even leave the Seekonk side of the field. I think we're finally going to get it across here.
Time of possession in their favor, a whistle. That one will go against Seekonk. That was Kaylee Costa,
We still.
junior forward there. Back in for Smith, who had a stellar sophomore season last year. Double digits in goals. Smith getting that one in.
And
it's in.
Goal. I believe that was Yost.
Lexi Yost, the senior, making it 1-0.
Who had the assist on that? Did you see?
That would be Smith.
Smith had the assist. Okay.
Smith with the centering pass, tapping it in for Yost for 1-0. Well, the offensive efficiency has showed early on.
Like getting a look on the Seekonk side of the field, and
Whistle, that's an obstruction against,
obstruction against Case.
and to say Maeve Richardson on that, I believe. We're going to get things restarted. Hannah Mello and a whistle, and it's going the other way. Played in the middle. That's Yost and a whistle.
Lots of whistles so far.
Yeah, so far. Been a very penalty-heavy game. Is that what's stolen back? Here's Megan Smith on the breakaway. She lost it. Under 11 minutes to go now in the first. LeCompte. Near sideline, she whiffed, got it back. And an obstruction on Maeve Richardson.
That was actually
obstruction. I was going to say obstruction against Maeve.
I was like,
My apologies.
Wait.
Hayter sent that one wide. Yost, excuse me. Shelby was in the area, but that had to be Alexi Yost, nonetheless.
Well, that's an excellent stop.
Yes.
By Smith.
Seekonk had the free kick opportunity.
Been saying her name a lot in this game. Or match.
Match.
I
think it's match.
Match game.
Opportunity here for Case. This one will go the other way. Eklund had that near post guarded well. Seekonk defense, I mean, they let up that one goal earlier, but so far, I mean, I think they've looked pretty strong.
I mean, it's when, you know, we've been going for what, 5-6 minutes in this game, and about all but 30 seconds of it have been played down on this side. The defense has held strong. They only have given up one goal so far.
Eklund getting that one out. This is
It's
Orton.
a good look, and that's a goal.
They will give it to her.
That is a goal on Orton. For Orton. I think that was unassisted. I did not see if there was.
I think you're right. So that one
I
comes.
think that was pretty much on her own.
So 2 goals in a span of 3 minutes here for the Cardinals. It's 2-0. 9:12 left to play in the first. Costa leaving it for Trudeau. Riley McDonald won that back. Played along the far side in the offensive zone for the Warriors. Hannah Mello leaving it back. She's trying to get it to Morales. Side Trudeau leaving it. That pass a little too far for Hannah Mello, freshman forward for the Warriors.
I see what she was trying to do. Try to get Mello out with the break, but a little too much on that ball.
Case will get it restarted.
Sydney Trudeau just cut that off. That was a good play by her.
Trudeau versus Lecomte here. McDonald trying to get this one out. Over to Lecomte, and another chance here maybe for Case. And this one will go back to Seekonk. An undercutting call on Lecomte. Another whistle, and this one against Seekonk, an obstruction call.
It's not like basketball where you can only have 5, and then you're, or 6. Is it 6? I think it's 6.
6.
6, yeah, and then you're. I think actually high school it was 5. NBA,
Yeah, high school and college is 5. NBA is 6.
Yeah. It's kind of like, you can foul as much as you want, stay in the game,
Pretty much.
stay in the match, unless they start taking out the yellow card, red cards.
Say unless referee pulls the cards out of her pocket. This is Hannah Mello in the middle looking for Lineson. Played out. Good job. Good hold by the Cardinals defense. Yost got it for Hayter. A whistle, and this will go to the Cardinals. Obstruction on Smith. Advantage. Here's Megan Smith with a chance. Megan Smith, she's got options.
All the way down the field.
Megan Smith,
Oh.
good save by Eklund. The rebound is knocked away. Another rebound opportunity. Give it to her.
And score.
Megan Smith for 3-0.
That was an unassisted goal. I mean, she did that,
That
all
it
herself.
was, yep.
She had a couple of different chances to get it in.
All over the rebound for 3-0. 6:45 to go in the first quarter. Brady Kudo, Tyler Clark, our entire crew from Judge Aguiar Field on the campus of Case High in Swansea, Massachusetts. Orton saves this one. No call from the referee. This one played in. Yost had the opportunity. Good defensive stand by Seekonk. Cardinals got it back. This is Yost again, trying to chip it. A whistle, and it will be a corner for the Cardinals. This will be Shelby Hayter to take the corner. Leaves it for Orton. Orton will fire one. That got off the foot of Seals, and another whistle.
Oh. That ball almost hit Kelly Lineson of the Warriors. She kind of just dodged out of the way. That would have been an unfortunate injury.
This will be another corner. Quite a few obstruction calls in this half of the field.
I was going to say, we've been seeing Case girls, take that corner look quite a bit already.
Smith, oh, great move. Megan Smith went right off Alexi Yosta's left leg. So Seekonk will have the free hit. This one carried all the way down. Hayter dueling with Lauren Morales. Morales won that one. Hannah Mello along our far sideline. Mello hit it out off of the 16 of Brooke Perrin. This will be Case's ball. 4:18 to go. 3-0 Cardinals on goals by Lexi Yost, Brooke Orton, and Megan Smith. All within just about 6 minutes of one another.
It's been pretty rapid for The Cardinals,
Yeah.
we've seen the ball down in the Seekonk or near the Case goal a couple times, but I mean, this has been completely dominated so far with that ball near that Seekonk goal.
The offensive attack for the Cardinals has been furious and quick. It's worked so far.
And here we go again.
For Smith. A whistle. Yost is trying to get it to our near sideline. Case will have a free hit here. 3:32 to go. Lecomte will take it. Looking for Smith. Instead got it to Jenna Benefido. And another whistle. Smith moving it in. Megan Smith, great move. Smith on goal. She got it.
Her ball control is astounding.
Megan Smith already with a brace on the day for 4-0.
2 goals and an assist. I'm gonna call that one another unassisted goal.
So we get restarted. Case 4, Seekonk 0. And for a side that really last year is Richardson will move this one in. Maeve Richardson getting it for Yost. Backhand.
That was a good look, but
yes, it was.
Did not go in.
And denied because she did use the backside of her stick, so that'll be a backsticking call, I believe, on Yost.
Yeah, unlike hockey where you can use either side of the stick, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
You're only allowed to use the stick is slightly curved. You can only use one part.
Or in the middle in a whistle. This will be another corner for the Cardinals. Already, I believe they're 6th of this match. Sky Dupree, sophomore, will take this for the Cardinals. Short corner here. Dupree touched it twice.
Yeah, that was it would be a double dribble in basketball. 2 minutes remaining, just heard that. Looks like there's some.
I was gonna say, I think they're getting the ball.
Yeah, they were just clearing it on the side.
I didn't want to say anything that might have been wrong. Nonetheless, Yost trying to get it in. Good hold by the Warriors. Hanamella moving it across that sideline. Smith won it back. She hit it out. So the Warriors with another free hit. This one well guarded by Brooke Perrin. Smith now. Megan Smith already with the brace, sending it in deep. That was deflected off of Seekonk. They're going to say Case ball. Easy save there for Eklund. No call on that. I think Seekonk might have wanted an obstruction. There was an argument for one. There could have been one, but nothing called.
They got the ball back anyway.
Not for long here is Lexi Yost moving in. Yost in the middle. Orton had a chance at the one-timer if she wanted it. Smith got that one back from Lineson. Megan Smith. In the middle now. Smith put one on net. Didn't get all of it.
She didn't score on that, but she has amazing control.
Richardson. Give it to her. Maeve Richardson makes it 5.
So you got the assist on that?
I'm going to give that to Smith.
Smith, why not?
So with 5 seconds left in this period, it is 5-0 Cardinals.
Score still says 4.
They just changed it, I believe.
Just changed it.
And that'll do it for this first quarter. I mean, 5-0. What more do you have to say other than let's keep that pressure up?
It's I think you said enough when it's 5-0. And out of the 5 goals, Megan Smith has 2 of them and had the assist on 2 of the other ones. So pretty dominant performance so far. I'm not going to say I would say by the Case Girls. I think it's pretty obvious. We'll see if they can keep this pressure up as we get ready to change sides.
As we get your reset, we welcome you back into the broadcasting booth with Tyler Clark. I'm Brady Kudo and our entire crew. And I want to touch upon the Cardinals more. Again, this is their home opener. They took on Bourne a few days ago, and they won that game.
Yeah, as I said, every year, at least that I can think of, there's a strong showing. There's always a strong showing by field hockey and volleyball consistently every single year.
Yes.
Either one or both are good, if not great, consistently.
So Case went to Bourne a few years ago, took care a few years ago. Well, they probably did, but a few days ago.
They did, yeah.
A few days ago, took care of them 8-0, and then the Warriors tied the Vikings of Wareham 0-0.
Scoreless draw.
So a scoreless draw.
Defensive struggle. It's always, sometimes a tie is worse.
Yes.
Amazing, stat out of the NFL that the AFC South, including my Jacksonville Jaguars,
oh, that's right.
went winless on Sunday despite 2 of the teams playing each other, as the Texans and Colts tied, an opening day tie. And, other games that we have broadcast over the years, they don't really do ties in football. They don't do ties at all in basketball.
You've had your fair share of football games going to OT.
Oh, yeah. We've had, overtime football games. We've had overtime basketball games. Not many.
Yeah.
But there have been some that have been overtime. But it's some games are just, a tie, because if it's 0-0 after regulation, even if you play an overtime period, and it's still 0-0, how much longer are we going to go with this? You may as well, the tie, which a tie is better, in terms of winning percentage than a loss is. If it was the World Cup, I think you get 1 point for a tie.
Yeah, so that's just in soccer in general. You split the points.
You get 1 point, and then better loss.
That's why.
That'll be coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I think. Qatar World Cup, I think, starts in November.
Yeah, being played over. I mean, if it wasn't in Qatar, it would be
playing in a desert.
Yeah, you'd be it'd
be over by now.
It would be wrapping up right now.
Yeah. I think they usually do the end of June, so it would.
Yeah, it starts end of June, early July. It runs till the late August, early September. But because it's dangerously hot in Qatar, the FIFA wanted it played
later
in the winter. Keegan Hamlet would know way more about that.
Yeah, Keegan's where did he go? Dean
College. Sports broadcasting major.
Congrats to Keegan. Probably worth. I don't think you mentioned this before, but this is a first for us too. We are not actually broadcasting this game live that we're seeing in front of us right now. This is
being streamed a few days
not
after.
So I personally do not know the outcome of this game, so this will be like watching it brand new, for me. But it's a bit of a different circumstance with that. And I'm sure Keegan would be doing this game with you too if he wasn't away at college as we speak. And
well, the Cardinals had a chance.
I'm gonna say was that a
Emma Bouchard had a chance.
I think that was a goal. As I was talking, because they're bringing the ball back to midfield here.
So they're going to call that a goal.
They are.
I didn't think that went in, but it did. So Emma Bouchard makes it 6-0. We got carried away in story. We didn't even. It's okay.
We can get carried away, and
we do.
We do. It's Well, there was that, infamous basketball game where we had
Oh,
dead air and
God.
about 20 minutes to fill.
Don't remind me. Smith, right in front of the net.
Story time.
She was swarmed by several Warriors.
Another goal.
And that one went in. That was Shelby Hayter.
That's another
for
goal.
7-0.
My goodness. Yep. Shelby Hayter. Is there an assist on that? I didn't even.
I mean,
Let's not going to bother with the assists anymore. I got 7-0.
I'm surprised you didn't even. I'm surprised you started.
I have it written down who scored what. Out of 7 goals, Megan Smith has 2 of them, and then it's well distributed after that. Lexi Yost has 1. Brooke Orton has 1.
Maeve
Richardson has 1, and then Emma Bouchard, and then
Shelby Hayter.
Hayter. So it's not like it's one person dominating.
Right.
It's
It's been a well-balanced offense for the Cardinals today. Hannah Mello met right away by Perrin.
And Case has been very aggressive so far.
Yes.
It's really working. Did you see the JV team on the sideline? Field hockey does it kind of backwards of everyone else. They play the JV game afterward.
Oh, really?
The JV game is played after the varsity game.
I didn't know that.
That's why everyone is
I thought it
with
was the
I
same.
remember that from when I used to film many years ago.
Huh.
So they'll actually switch places, and they'll watch the varsity team will then cheer on the JV team afterward. So that's how they do it. I don't know if there's lights on that field or not, but it will get
The
dark.
baseball field doesn't. This is Kaylee Costa getting it in. Kelly Lineson trying to get it to Trudeau. Taken away by Perrin. Free hit for the Cardinals. Quickly played. Smith getting it to Bouchard. Emma Bouchard with a chance, perhaps.
Whenever I hear "Come on, Blue," I think they're talking to an umpire. But no, it's Seekonk, and the officials are wearing, neon green anyway in this, along with the Seekonk goalie.
I used to umpire for years. Were you used to the "Come on, Blue"? Unfortunately.
Yeah, it was usually not in a great sense.
Did you ever throw anyone out?
I personally did not.
Oh
I worked a game with someone who threw someone out once.
boy.
I was in the bases. They were home plate, and it was justified. But it was stoppage of play here.
So a timeout called. So we were getting big, in a story time. It's been, my goodness, almost 2 years since we've called a game together.
It was the last game, Brady, you and I did was March of 2021, the football season.
No, that was Good Friday. That wasn't even
was,
March.
yeah,
that was on Good Friday.
It was March or April of 2021, and we had plans to, announce an abbreviated football season, but we only ended up doing one game because of, COVID and a number of other factors that went into it. That didn't work. And it was basketball that we spent our time in here, that abbreviated basketball season that I did the boys' games. I did one. You couldn't make one girls' game that I ended up doing on your behalf. But no, it has been a while, and it's interesting to be back in here. I'm glad that we're at least able to film field hockey.
Yeah.
I know we covered a couple of baseball, softball games in the spring that you were not able to do because of your commitment to track. And then there were, example for a couple of things, but you, with your Seekonk Speedway thing that
Never thought I'd call myself an auto racing announcer, yet the opportunity stumbled upon me. And
have you enjoyed your first season?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
then we need to talk later that your podcast that you have and the circumstances that led to you doing Swansea Cable Access were. There were some small details that were left out in one story.
Yep, I know. We talked about it last night.
Yeah, but Most of it was correct.
Water under the bridge.
Yep.
Anyhow, Case back on offense. An obstruction call against the Warriors, I believe. Yes, so Smith will get this free hit going, and she does. Looking for Wharton in the middle. I thought that was a whistle. I actually think it was just a bird tweeting. There we go. Goodness. Just about 10 minutes to play in the first half. Seekonk. 7-0 Cardinals lead. Perrin. Whistle. Warriors will take over. This one moved over. Kaylin Lecomte getting it in for Maeve Richardson. Richardson had a whistle blown. So Case will take this free hit. Richardson left it for Smith, who fires it in deep. And another whistle. This one going against the Cardinals. But a very common theme today. Whistle, whistle, whistle.
We just
whistle,
heard some
whistle.
Seekonk fans on the hot mic. I don't know if you heard them there talking about all the whistles so far in this game, which is not untrue. There are a lot of whistles in general in field hockey, but it's been a lot of whistles, many of them benefiting the Cardinals. I'm not saying that's not justified. I'm just saying that that's just,
that's not our bias.
That's just what's been going on.
It's the fact of the matter. Sure.
I mean, I know they have watching football, they have a graph that shows ball control in a certain game. I mean, this is going to be very skewed towards Case right now.
So you got to think about maybe 80-20.
This, at least, this camera has not been on this end of the field very often in this game. It's been pretty much exclusively pointing to the right. And we have the screen in front of us.
Apologize for those technical difficulties.
The screen in front of us flashed black once or twice, so we panicked for a brief moment because we lost the picture. It's back now, though. I think we touched on this before, but Brady and I are not at the field. We are sitting in the Swansea Cable Access studio, so we're watching this on a screen in front of us. So we're basically seeing what you're seeing, at home as you watch this either on our Swansea Community Network TV. I almost said Swansea Cable Access. Swansea Community Network. Is it still cable? Is it still cable? Is it still Channel 9?
Yes.
Okay, so I can still say Channel 9.
Yes,
Adam Kitchen says yes. Or if you're watching it on our YouTube channel, which is probably possibly the more likely option, at least after the fact. Just so, full disclaimer about that, it's what you see, we see too. Except I can guarantee you our screen's a lot bigger. This is I got to find out at halftime what the measurements of this screen are. It is massive, this screen. I tip my hat to Adam Kitchen for acquiring this.
We had this for basketball season.
We did. It was.
I remember because I think this was fresh off this TV. It's an LG OLED. 84 inches.
We were looking at
LG OLED. Just a lot of letters in the name of the TV. I remember it was fresh off the market. And I was like, I'm so happy that you were able to get this. Because everything is crystal clear.
I'm glad that we found a way to use it again.
Yeah, right? Well, I mean, my friend and yours, Lucy Cabral, uses it every Wednesday.
Oh, they use it all the time. Oh, yes. Lucy with her,
The jobs and the Artist Corner. If you haven't checked out the Artist Corner over on Swansea Community Network's YouTube, check it out. Great content over there.
Along with every other game that we have done together, all the way back to Case Diamond girls basketball.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah.
Don't make me blush.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Case Diamond. December. My God. December 19th, 2019.
All right, before
That was a day.
you were color up until the Valentine's Day
Valentine's Day with Keegan.
game. With Keegan.
Shout out, Keegan. I miss you. Come home.
Well, you still do your podcast with him,
Well,
right?
yeah, but
It's not the, yeah.
it's not the same. Foul against the Cardinals. Some momentum now for the Warriors to try to get back in this contest. Approaching 5 minutes to go in the first half. I feel like I mean, when the Warriors have gotten the ball in their offensive zone, they've moved it well, but the defense has just been staunch by the Cardinals.
The Warriors will get it in front of the goal, and then they're just swarmed immediately. I don't think they've actually gotten a shot on goal, to be honest. I don't think that the Case goalie has had to stop a single ball coming in.
No.
That's how good the Case defense has been down on the other end.
Rousseau, high ball, no undercut call. Got our feedback, my goodness. Agnieszka over here. Anyway, this one right in front of Eklund. And a foul.
Foul called on, it looks like, the Cardinals.
Thought they were going to make it 8 there for a minute.
It's a good look. This is probably the biggest interval of time in between goals so far.
I
this
think
match.
so.
They've kind of slowed down a little bit. Seekonk. That foul on Case.
And that was Emma Plant.
The very tall freshman.
The very famous Plant name.
All time.
Oh, yeah. You saw Drew's evolution.
Yeah. He was. They actually made the playoffs his senior year. They played Wareham, and all Wareham did exclusively was double team him, the whole time, the whole game. He was never not double teamed. Wareham willingly left a player open, just to double team, and it worked. He had 4 points.
Wow.
So, yes, the Plant family here at Case High School. And then Tim Plant.
Former coach, right?
He was the varsity coach. That would be Emma and Drew, and Danny was their older brother as well, their uncle. Yep.
And their dad Roger was. I played baseball under Roger many years ago.
Long-time Little League coach.
Small world.
So very athletic family.
It really
very tall athletic family.
Yes. Tall. That's the key word in that sentence. Tall. Every single one of them.
Yep.
It doesn't take much to beat me, but my goodness, every single kid in that family, and even Roger too. Rogers goes 6'2", 6'3". Yeah. Anyway. Bouchard trying to get a chance going. Centering pass blocked away by the Warriors. That was looked to be the 12 of Emily Seals.
To give credit to Seekonk, they have really locked down this defense in front of the goal. They made I think it might have been that timeout that they called, because they made quite an adjustment. I don't think Case has scored since that timeout.
No. Seals was there. Morales back on defense. Kaylee Costa in there as well. Judge Aguiar Field. Swansea, Massachusetts. Case Seekonk. Case leading 7-0. Now approaching 60 seconds to play in the half. Case wins this free hit. Solid hit by Riley McDonald. Another whistle. This one against the Cardinals. Seekonk with 43 seconds to get that goose egg off the board before the half. Lineson.
This is one of their best chances so far.
Yes. Lineson, this one blocked away by Emma Plant. Lineson. Foul against Seekonk, an obstruction call. So Lecomte rolls this one for Kat Rousseau. Seals won it back. Warriors with a chance, maybe.
Emma Plant, excellent defense there.
Yes. Rousseau with seconds left in the half.
Under 10.
Benefito
That's it.
with 7. 6-5, 4-3. I thought I saw a 7.
It's
Oh,
hard
my
to see
goodness,
from this angle.
Well, that'll do it for the first half. A Cardinal tweet dominated first half. 7-0 at the end of the one. Welcome back to Judge Aguiar Field on the campus of Joseph Case High School in Swansea, Massachusetts. I'm going to start this second half here between Case and Seekonk. Case leading this one 7-0 at the end of 30. With my partner Tyler Clark, I'm Brady Kudo inside the broadcast booth. And Tyler, really, again, a one-sided affair led by a dominant offensive showing led by junior Megan Smith.
It's just been pretty dominant so far from Case, and I'm not out there to say I don't think Seekonk has played poorly by any means.
No,
I mean, especially the end. I mean, it's 7-0, but Seekonk did not give up any goals at all for the last several minutes of that first half. It just Case was really clicking, especially Megan Smith, who really had her way with 2 of the goals. But out of we have 7 goals scored by 6 different players, so we're really spreading the wealth here in the Case offense. I would imagine. Ooh, that was a hard fall.
Couple players going down. Addie Carrero for the Cardinals.
I would expect that this will continue. We may see Seekonk, finally click and get a couple goals in, but I don't see Case letting up on this approach. Especially as we get down. I mean, goalie Anna Michaud's had a very easy day. I don't think she's had to stop a single shot so far.
No.
Some real good, defending by Case as we get close to the goal.
That is there. Addie Carrero went down, and Anna Murphy went down for the Warriors. Nonetheless,
we've changed sides now, so we might be seeing the camera pointed on the left side here when Case has, but. You may also see with Case, with such a large lead, we may stop playing so aggressively, a more, conservative defensive approach and just get the ball out. But we'll see what the second half has in store for that.
Just about a minute gone by here in this third quarter with this free hit for the Warriors is scooped up by Maeve Richardson. Richardson bringing it down. She is met by a couple Warriors. This will be a free hit for the Cardinals. Riley McDonald to take this. Riley, a 3-sport athlete. Field hockey in the fall, basketball in the winter, track and field in the spring.
You see a lot of, it's pretty common now. We have 3-sport athletes. There's several different, combinations of sports that you can pick from to be a 3-sport athlete, but some students just like to play sports all the time. Keeps them in shape.
Yeah.
I know you're a big track and field in the spring.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Big track and field.
Big track and field guy.
Oh, no.
You play baseball too, right? But just
I did my 400 hurdles
Yeah.
last year. That was fun, honestly. I did something I didn't think I could do, and that was satisfying. But I'd rather be here. I'd rather be in the broadcast booth.
I know you have you're doing hockey now too, right?
I'm all over the place, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Here, Seekonk Speedway.
There's like a party out in the hallway behind
Yeah.
you. If you heard that on the. No.
I don't know. Something going on.
I think it was something with volleyball.
There's a volleyball game going on right now.
So that would be the meeting. It was I mean, we're sitting in a fairly almost soundproof booth with headphones on, and we can still hear it. I mean, it is.
You say soundproof. I know you're right, because whenever I walk by and we got Lucy Cabral doing the jobs on, I don't hear anything that's going on. Her mouth is moving, just words are, sound is not coming out.
Nobody can hear us in here right now.
This whistle giving Seekonk the free hit. McDonald right up on the 6 of Portia Dias.
We might start seeing some other players coming in the game.
Some of the.
If we hit the fourth quarter here.
Although, I mean, Case has pretty much used their entire roster.
I mean, some players, some teams have, a pretty deep roster. Case with an excellent shot here.
Oh, good save. Did it go in?
I think that was saved. They're not moving the ball.
No. Official ruling pending. They will say it was a save. This will be a corner for the Cardinals. Jenna Benefido will take it. She got Emma Bouchard, Addie Carrero, Riley McDonald waiting. Bouchard. That one in deep. A chance, perhaps. And a good save by Katie Eklund.
Just kind of got her foot on that and kicked it out. Eklund's had a busy day in the Seekonk goal.
Case Cardinal Field Hockey is brought to you by the Swansea Community Network. As this one is sent in, looking for Maeve Richardson was Brooke Perrin. Junior-sophomore combo. Richardson in the middle, maybe a chance. She wanted Benefido, couldn't get her. Carrero will now chase the 17 of Trudeau. Smith, great defense by the junior. And the volleyball team is getting ready right behind us. They're off to a 1-1 start.
Their game will actually be tonight. So this is Monday right now that we're doing this. It's approximately 5:15. So we could. As they bang on the wall behind us. Brady just cracked up laughing. Had to take the headset off. I know you at home cannot hear what's going on behind us right now.
That was a little scary, if we're going to be honest.
Even Adam Kitchen in the booth is shaking his head at it. We're in the booth right now at the table watching the screen. And people behind us don't realize that we're in here talking because there's, getting pumped up for the volleyball match, which I completely understand. It's not, that's just what happened. It's
when a few times I did volleyball here, it is an atmosphere like no other.
Oh, it is incredible in there. The stands are full. I mean, I've never broadcast a volleyball match. That's something I never ended up doing, but I filmed my fair share of them over the years. The most memorable experience I ever had at the gym was, Brady, something you and I talked about. It was a boys basketball game a few years ago, Case versus Somerset Berkeley.
We talked about this yesterday.
I have never, ever seen the Paul Monahan Gymnasium that full. I mean, every single seat was taken. I was doing the game with Josh at the time. We were sitting with people around us in the stands with the camera behind us. There was nowhere else to go. There were people standing around the perimeter of the gym. I mean, I had to shout to even be heard.
That's wild.
It was just so loud. It's just incredible, the atmosphere.
Perrin had that one saved by Eklund. A chance maybe for Benefido, and she got it. Jenna Benefido making it 8-0.
Just add another name to the scoring list.
An 8-count chicken nugget. for the Case Cardinals.
What?
Whatever translates from
Apparently.
the top of the dome to the mouth.
We've got some pretty great sayings over the years.
I'll tell you,
That's a new one.
I was talking about this with somebody. You talk about wordsmiths in our industry. I mean, there was nobody better than Doc Emmerich, who had on paper 350 different adjectives to describe the movement of the puck.
Yeah, it's
350.
Out of all sports that I have watched, and I've never tried it, but hockey has to be the most difficult. Because not only just, hold on.
A chance, a whistle.
Not only is the puck constantly moving, but there's so many line changes, too.
Yes.
Constantly new players coming on the
Every
ice.
40 seconds.
Yeah, just all the time. And knowing all of the names, knowing what position they are, and trying to, here comes the puck up the ice. Shot. Missed. Like, it just gets, and another goal.
Oh.
That was 6. Brooke Perrin.
So Perrin making it 9-0.
Well, she got an eruption from her teammates for that.
So 9-0 is our score now.
Those two goals happened pretty close to each other.
Rapid fashion.
Rapid fire.
Approaching 5 minutes to play.
I want to see Seekonk at least get a good look. This is coming from, a Case network. I want to see Seekonk get at least a couple good looks at the goal. I really want to see what they can do, because it's just been the defense for Case has just been so strong in front of the net that I would the Warriors get a good look. I want to see if they can just get one in.
Smith shoved that one in the offensive zone a little too high. It'll go the other way.
If this game is any indication, it's going to be a pretty successful year for Case field hockey.
I think so. Chance here maybe for Seekonk, moving it well.
Seekonk fans, who are obviously seated around the camera, are really, pushing for Seekonk. And
Smith right in front of us here. One-on-one with Morales.
how crisp that
Yes.
the sound of the sticks are right in front of the camera.
Bam. Hater.
I'll never forget many years ago, and he brings this up a couple times when I've seen him. There was a field hockey game I did with Paul Summers. He was the announcer. I was the
great guy.
It was probably about 30 degrees out at the most, and I forgot to something. It was either I forgot to have his microphone plugged into the right slot or something, so all of the audio we did for the game was completely useless, and we froze our tookishes off out there for unused footage. So the only thing we could hear was whatever came out of the shotgun mic. So when we were in front of the 50-yard line, or whatever the equivalent of that is, we could hear him clearly. But as soon as the ball went down to either end,
forget about it.
We lost it.
Oh my
and
goodness.
It was my fault that I forgot to plug or have his. It was a time. It wasn't a wireless. It was a corded microphone that goes. It had like the the plastic base, and you put the microphone in with the cord.
Yeah.
I forget because the cameras that we used are not the high-tech cameras we have. It was this is the day when we had a videotape.
Right.
So it would hook up to the tape, and the cord. I think it was like audio. I had it up to like the audio 2 one and not audio 1 or whatever it was. So it defaulted to using the shotgun mic on top of the camera instead. And I didn't really realize it because I was concentrating on how truly freezing cold it was outside. But the whole week, all of the footage from the game was completely worthless because I didn't hook up, and he still reminds me of that a couple times whenever I see him. So, Mr. Summers, if you're watching this game, yes, I still remember the infamous field hockey match where we froze for 2 hours and didn't even get any usable footage for it. I still remember. And we called our fair share of like really cold, games over the years too. This is crisp and nice and warm, and this is early September. As we get closer to November, it's especially you never got to experience this. That press box for football was like an ice chest. It was so cold up there.
Even when I did soccer, it was still freezing.
Because when we would do football, it would be dark out,
right,
as well. And it was actually when I did a couple games a few years ago with Anna Bishout and Allie Holden. We literally pulled them from the stands to do some games with us. That was the season where that was basically the announcer of the week, where I worked with somebody different every game, including Keegan. No, Keegan was the year after. I forgot when Keegan came into it, but I cannot describe how cold, because that press box is just wood.
Right.
There's no insulation.
There's nothing to it.
There's just it's just a
now,
wooden box.
I will say, you talk about cold. This is a whistle that'll go.
Yeah, we should probably look at the game more, but hey, you can go.
I've gotten the chance to do some hockey at Adelard Arena in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, as we approach the end of the third quarter.
That is the end.
A 9-0 lead for the Cardinals. Goals in that quarter scored by Jenna Benefido and Brooke Perrin.
9 goals, 8 different scores. So spreading.
Actually, talking about spreading the wealth.
Spreading the wealth. You wanted to talk about hockey, so.
So I've been doing some games at Adelard Arena, and which is, the famous home, the legend, the house that Bill Belial built, Mount St. Charles Academy. I mean, several future NHL players, Brian Boucher, the Berards. I mean, you talk about a little museum in its own right.
You mentioned who you just watched play.
We'll get there.
You'll get there. Okay. He'll get there.
I had never been inside Adelard Arena before. I walked in the first time. This was last Saturday, and I've been inside hockey arenas before. This was by far the coldest arena I have ever been in. And even in the press box, it's a decent press box. It's not bad. It's scary going up because it's very narrow stairs heading to the booth. And, you're lugging equipment with you, so it's a little scary, but I mean, it was freezing cold. And Saturday, I had a doubleheader. I was on color with a gentleman by the name of Matt Jolis. I got to watch Martin Brodor's son play in goal.
That's amazing.
Marty was not in the arena.
Oh, he wasn't there.
And to say I was unhappy about that would be an understatement, because I wanted to meet the greatest goaltender in the history of the National Hockey League, in my opinion. But he wasn't there.
That's a good opinion.
It's a good opinion?
It's a good opinion.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that kid, he is solid. Like, you'll see him play in the NHL one day. I'll call it right now.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I would agree with you. The
kid was good.
I'm trying to think the most famous person I ever played against. That was played senior All-Stars against a guy the name of Dan Langfield. That was his last name. I forget what his first name. Who was actually drafted by the Reds.
Okay.
So I got to play him in All-Stars.
Okay.
I struck out on 3 pitches. A couple other people got some hits off of him.
That's it?
I mean, I would stand at the plate, and he would pitch, and it would go whoosh.
Whoosh. As the headset falls off.
As the headset falls off as I was replicating that. I mean, it was like a, oh my, as I'm watching him pitch. That's probably the most, as you have your reference, for that. But it's.
I've been lucky. I mean, I've met I met Jerry Remy. May you rest in peace.
Yep.
Gotten to meet. I met Tony Petrarca very recently.
You get to meet a lot of guys on your podcast, too.
The podcast, I mean, that's been very good to me as a chance now. Emma Plant and a whistle. I believe this will be a corner for the Cardinals. I mean, the likes of Andrew Catalan, Chris Walker, John Fanta,
I've done
Jerry Trupiano.
I've done out of all of your podcasts, I've done 3. 2 of them were with a guest, and the other was a fantasy baseball draft that I completely wiped the 2 of you with. I will add.
So, by the way, if you don't already, give us a follow on Instagram at the Sports Saga Podcast. Find us on YouTube, the Sports Saga Podcast, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok.
Not affiliated with Swansea Community Network.
No, but advertising. And he didn't say, nobody said no. Nobody said I couldn't do that. So, not affiliated with Swansea Community Network. Although Keegan Hamlet is on there regularly. You're on there semi-regularly.
Whenever you need someone.
We'll get you back on soon.
Yeah.
Cardinals now still applying that pressure in the offensive zone.
Yeah, as I predicted before, we might see the aggressive offensive attack from Case kind of back off here. We won't see any of the JV players because they have their own game coming up. But I don't think you're going to see like the drive, when we had Megan Smith, just kind of taking the ball to the goal herself before.
Right.
I doubt that we'll see such an aggressive approach. But as we can see, I mean, Case is still keeping the ball well in the Seekonk zone here.
But they've backed off for sure.
They've backed up. It's still a good approach, but I would say it's not quite as aggressive as we've been seeing, which, you would expect with the score 9-0 here in the final period. And it's been a while since we've seen that camera move to the right of the 50.
Right.
It's been pretty consistently, as I say that, as the camera will. There we go. I hope that we can get at least a decent look at what the Seekonk offense really could do.
I mean, barring a miracle, they'll fall to 0-1-1 on the year.
This would be one of the most amazing comebacks I've ever witnessed.
They'd be the single greatest comeback I've ever witnessed. As this one is saved by Eklund, shot from Emma Plant there, as Megan Smith will chase this one down along with Megan Capello. Sandy Trudeau moving this one in the offensive zone, met by Riley McDonald. Sky Dupree duels with Capello. Dupree is met by Jordan Colpin, one of the defenders for Seekonk. Kelly Leinson staying with it here. She is met by a couple Case defenders. Lecomte skittering it in deep. That's a dock word right there. Foul against the Cardinals. A little under 11 minutes to go in this contest. Brady Kudo, TC Tyler Clark with you. Case.
Another great look at the goal here, and saved. But that would have been Emma Plant's first goal.
I just looked down for a moment.
Case has scored 9 goals, 8 players. I just kept it. Literally half the roster has scored. They've scored. So let me take a second to mention the players who haven't had a chance. The players who have not scored: Sky Dupree, who we've been seeing playing this whole game, so it's not like Skylar DeMaranville has not scored. Kaylin Lecomte, who we've seen playing as well consistently.
She had a great game.
Catherine Rousseau. Riley McDonald.
Yes.
Adeline Carrero. Maeve Richardson. Well, she did score. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Emma Plant. And then the goalie. Anna Michaud has not. You do see that rarely in soccer, at least, or in the in the NHL too. You might see occasionally.
It's more common in the NHL
when
than it is
the other
soccer.
team pulls the goalie, and then the
Yes.
real goalkeeper just. I mean, I don't know the stat offhand, but I can look this up. How many goals did Martine Brodeur score?
At least one. As Seekonk commits a foul against the Cardinals. Cardinals are led by Casey Martell. She is assisted by Tammy Green. As for the Warriors, they are led by Kim Pellerin. She is assisted by Kathy Fernandez. Dupree fires one on net. Great save by Eklund. This will go out for a Case corner.
3.
Marty Brodeur scored 3 goals in his illustrious career.
3 goals. That's
for
what this
him.
article says.
That's awesome. Actually, I stand corrected. This will not be a corner. This will just be a free hit. The top of the offensive zone. Costa with it and a foul. Lecomte scorching it in deep. And a Murphy leaving it on the far side.
If you're wondering, that is the most goals ever scored by an NHL goalie. According to this article, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A total of 10 goalies have ever actually scored. But this might be slightly outdated. But Brodeur has 3 of them.
That's good to know.
And a couple of Stanley Cups. 3, I think?
I'm not sure, honestly. Smith tried to get that one in, but it was blocked.
He lost his the most recent one he went to when the Los Angeles Kings ripped off that amazing run as an 8 seed.
Yes.
They played the Devils, the 6-seeded Devils, I might add, in the Stanley Cup Finals, which was one of Brodeur's final years. That's the most interesting thing I can think of right now. Seekonk, this is a good shot for the Warriors.
Yes. 7 minutes to play. Trudeau leaving it for Lineson. Kelly Lineson in the middle. Gonna get back out.
That Case defense is
Yes.
just right there again.
Every time. Dupree. She's got to get it out of there. Hanamella with a chance, perhaps. Kaylee Costa and a whistle. Seekonk with a strong showing of support. I know it's not terribly far away, but
I can't see any of the fans, but yeah, no, Seekonk out of all over the high schools, the Case Place would be one of the closest ones. I think the closest would be Somerset, Berkeley,
Somerset.
and then either Seekonk or Dighton. Rehoboth after that.
Seekonk.
Seekonk, yeah. The thing with Seekonk is pretty high up in Seekonk. It's take exit 1 and then drive north for a couple miles. I mean, it's not like we're playing a Bourne,
Right.
which is quite a haul. Bourne, Wareham too is really not
Wareham.
close.
Even Apponequet is a drive.
Mileage-wise, not so much, but it's just
Oh, the defense. I'm sorry, Tyler, but the defense
I know,
from
it's-
McDonald.
that was the closest I think the Warriors have gotten to
Yeah,
scoring.
McDonald
here.
was a concrete wall right
Yeah,
in front
it
of
was-
Michaud. Mello leaving it in the middle, looking for Lineson. Lionson was met by Bouchard and a whistle.
Warriors were so close on
Yes.
that. They had it in front of the goal a couple times, but I still don't think they got a shot off.
They did not.
They
get
did
an
not.
official
It
shot
came
off.
very close.
Another chance here, maybe. This one played out. Free hit for the Warriors. This one fired in deep, blocked away by Case. A whistle and a foul against Seekonk. Sky D. Moranville sending this in. Under 4 minutes to play. A whistle. Will be Seekonk ball. Whistle and a foul on Rousseau against Lionson. Free hit, good free hit right in for Lionson. Lionson moving it in. She's met by McDonald, who got whacked.
It was a high stick, I think.
Yeah, high stick on Lionson.
I know.
McDonald gonna try to get something started maybe for the Cardinals. See if they can break double digits here. Under 3 to play from Judge Aguiar Field. Pressure has been very consistent throughout. I mean, Case backed off a little bit, but for the most part.
A little bit, but really not much.
Right.
It was Seekonk had, the ball in front of the goal for a couple chances there, which is more than they had in the first half. They may have had it in front of the goal once, just because of that defense for the Cardinals was just really just firm.
They had it in front of the goal once or twice.
But even as I said, Case is just not being terribly aggressive, so they just kind of hit the ball over and then get back.
Obstruction called against the Cardinals.
JV team, as you can see, is getting ready now. They're going to start.
Now, what is actually cool about Case, at least with the field hockey, this has been a growing trend across most sports in Swansea Public Schools, is that with field hockey, they allow 7th and 8th graders to play on the JV team.
Just to get them ready.
Right, get the internet. Because field hockey, I mean, it's not a considerably popular sport.
No,
or a common sport, I should say.
You have, Case is, I'm not going to, no, it's famous for its volleyball.
Yes.
It's volleyball.
Volleyball and softball.
And a lot of girls who come up have been playing soccer for many years. So some of them stick with, what they're familiar with is soccer, or they go for, what's famous as the volleyball, and then that kind of leaves field hockey as the third cog here in the fall sports machine. It's the same with, the boys, we can say that too. They could play soccer, sure, like they're used to, but you can try football, you can try golf. There's golf. I think there's golf. Is there a girls' golf team too, or
it's co-ed.
It's co-ed. Okay,
Girls
so that's
have
what I
played on the
thought.
team before.
They can do both, so you can try something totally different. Or
right.
That's why you see it's good that we have a school that offers so many different options.
Right.
Especially at a time when you can, because when you hit winter time, it's either track or basketball. There was a time where there was a gymnastics team.
There still is. It's just a co-op.
Co-op, right?
They play under the Somerset Berkeley banner. And we'll use Lexi Yost as an example. She is able to play hockey for Bishop Stang.
Right. They do have a partnership with some Jules, but the not going to say the problem, but it's not many ice hockey.
Right.
And, well,
That's going to do it. The goalie hug.
the goalie.
The traditional goalie hug between Anna Michaud and Shelby Hayter has concluded.
Dominant performance there from Case for sure.
A dominant showing for the Cardinals. More goalie hugs, this time by Lexi Yost. A 9-0 victory for the Cardinals over the Warriors. So that's going to do it. We thank you for joining us here on this presentation of Case Athletics on the Swansea Community Network. For Tyler Clark and our entire crew, Adam Kitchen, our director, Caroline Niehoff, our producer, Brady Kudo, wishing you a very pleasant evening and a good night.